Have you ever felt a cold chill run down your spine, a presence you couldn't explain? We're diving headfirst into the darkest corners of the world, the places where the veil between our world and the spectral realm is razor thin. We're talking about the top 10 most haunted places on Earth, locations so terrifying, so rife with paranormal activity, that they'll leave you sleeping with the lights on. Get ready for disembodied whispers, shadow figures lurking in the corners of your vision, and stories that will make your blood run cold. We're talking about infamous prisons where the tortured souls of inmates still roam, abandoned asylums where the echoes of madness linger, and ancient forests where spirits are said to wander for eternity. These are the places that have captivated the imagination of ghost hunters and thrill seekers for centuries. And tonight, we're taking you on an unforgettable journey into the heart of darkness. Stick around because number 1 will blow your mind. Alright, let's kick things off in London, England at the infamous Tower of London. This isn't just some old castle, this place is steeped in blood and tragedy, its stones soaked in the anguish of centuries. One of the most famous residents of the tower is Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Beheaded in 1536, her spectral form has been sighted numerous times, often around the anniversary of her execution. Witnesses describe a chilling figure dressed in white, gliding through the halls and courtyards, her head tucked under her arm. Next up, we're heading to the American South, to a plantation with a dark secret and a tragic past that continues to haunt its halls. Deep in the heart of Louisiana, shrouded in Spanish moss and secrets, lies the Myrtles Plantation, a place where beauty masks a sinister history. Built in 1796, this grand old mansion has seen its fair share of tragedy, from untimely deaths to whispers of voodoo curses. The most infamous spirit said to roam the Myrtles is Chloe, a slave who, according to legend, poisoned the plantation owner's family. Her motive? Revenge for the mistreatment she endured. To this day, visitors claim to see Chloe's apparition, her eyes burning with anger and despair, her presence marked by an unsettling coldness. The Myrtles Plantation is a place where the veil between the living and the dead feels paper thin. Up next, we're venturing into the belly of the beast, a former prison where the horrors of the past still linger. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Home to the Liberty Bell, cheesesteaks, and one of the most haunted prisons in the world, Eastern State Penitentiary. Built in 1829, Eastern State was once at the forefront of prison reform, designed to inspire penitence in its inmates through solitary confinement. But the experiment backfired, driving many men mad and leaving behind an oppressive energy that lingers to this day. As you walk the cell blocks, you can almost hear the clanging of cell doors, the muffled sobs of the forgotten, the whispers of madness that cling to the walls. One of the most haunted areas of the prison is cell block 12. Here, visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures pacing in their cells, their forms flickering and distorted, their eyes burning with an unnatural light. Next, we're heading to the Rocky Mountains, to a hotel that inspired one of the most terrifying horror novels of all time. Chapter 4. The Stanley Hotel, where inspiration turns into terror. Nestled high in the Colorado Rockies, the Stanley Hotel stands as a beacon of both grandeur and terror. Built in 1909, this sprawling resort has played host to countless guests, but some never checked out. Their spirits, it seems, have taken up permanent residence, turning the Stanley into a hotbed of paranormal activity and inspiring Stephen King's iconic novel, The Shining. King himself experienced the Stanley's eerie energy firsthand, staying in room 217, a room notorious for its ghostly inhabitants. Guests and staff alike have reported seeing ghostly children playing in the hallways, their laughter echoing through the empty corridors. The Stanley Hotel is a place where the line between reality and imagination blurs, where the spirits of the past mingle with the living and where a sense of unease permeates every corner. Next, we're setting sail on a haunted ocean liner, where the spirits of those lost at sea still roam the decks. Chapter 5. The Queen Mary, where luxury meets the afterlife. Docked in Long Beach, California, the Queen Mary stands as a majestic reminder of a bygone era of luxury and elegance. But beneath its gleaming exterior lies a darker history, one filled with tragedy, mystery, and restless spirits that refuse to leave the ship. Launched in 1934, the Queen Mary has sailed through war and peace, ferrying royalty, celebrities, and everyday people across the Atlantic. One of the most haunted areas of the ship is the first-class swimming pool. Drained and empty now, it's said to be haunted by the spirits of 2 women who drowned there, their laughter and splashes still echoing through the silence. The Queen Mary is a floating city of secrets, a place where the past and present collide, and where the spirits of those lost at sea still wander the decks. Next, we're heading to England, to a quaint little inn with a dark secret and a history that will send shivers down your spine. Chapter 6. The Ancient Ram Inn, where evil has taken root. Tucked away in the Gloucestershire countryside, the Ancient Ram Inn appears unassuming at first glance. But beneath its charming facade lies a chilling history, one that dates back to the 12th century and is steeped in tales of witchcraft, murder, and demonic activity. The most haunted room in the inn is the Witch's Room, where legend has it, a woman accused of witchcraft sought refuge before being burned at the stake. Her spirit, filled with rage and despair, is said to still haunt the room, scratching at the walls, whispering threats, and even attacking guests. The Ancient Ram Inn is also said to be home to a succubus, a demonic entity that preys on men, draining them of their energy and leaving them feeling drained and terrified. The Ancient Ram Inn is not a place for the faint of heart. Next, we're setting sail for an island shrouded in mystery and despair, a place where the living fear to tread. Chapter 7. Just off the coast of Venice, Italy, lies an island shrouded in mist and mystery, an island where the living fear to tread, Poveglia Island. This sliver of land, once a quarantine zone for plague victims and a dumping ground for the mentally ill, is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. For centuries, Poveglia Island served as a dumping ground for the sick, the dying, and the unwanted. Plague victims were quarantined here, their bodies burned in massive pyres, their ashes mingling with the soil. The island is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who died there, their tortured souls unable to find peace. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the abandoned buildings, hearing disembodied voices whispering their pain, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread that clings to them like a shroud. Next, we're heading to Japan, to a forest where the trees whisper secrets and the spirits of the dead linger among the shadows. Chapter 8. Aokigahara Forest, where silence reigns supreme. At the base of Mount Fuji, shrouded in an eerie silence, lies Aokigahara Forest, a place of haunting beauty and unsettling tranquility. Known as the Sea of Trees, Aokigahara has a dark side, a history steeped in sorrow, and a reputation as one of the most haunted forests in the world. For centuries, Aokigahara has been a place where people go to escape, to disappear, to end their lives. Local legend has it that the forest is haunted by the yurei, vengeful spirits that roam the woods, their anger and despair palpable to those who dare to enter. Visitors to Aokigahara have reported feeling a sense of unease, a feeling of being watched, a coldness that seeps into their bones. The forest floor is littered with personal belongings, remnants of lives cut short, a stark reminder of the tragedies that have unfolded beneath the canopy. Next, we're venturing underground, into the depths of Paris to explore a labyrinth of bones and the restless spirits that call it home. Chapter 9. The Catacombs of Paris, a city of bones and whispers. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a labyrinth of darkness, a subterranean city of the dead, the Catacombs of Paris. Holding the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians, the catacombs are a testament to the city's history, a macabre reminder of our own mortality, and a hotbed of paranormal activity. The Catacombs of Paris were created in the late 18th century as a solution to the city's overflowing cemeteries. The bones were exhumed and moved underground, creating a vast network of tunnels and chambers, a city of the dead beneath the city of the living. Visitors to the catacombs have reported feeling a sense of unease, a feeling of being watched, a coldness that seeps into their bones. The Catacombs of Paris are not for the faint of heart. Next, we're heading to California, to a mansion so bizarre, so shrouded in mystery, that it has baffled architects and paranormal investigators for decades. Chapter 10. The Winchester Mystery House, where logic goes to die. In the heart of San Jose, California, stands a mansion like no other, a sprawling Victorian labyrinth of secret passageways, staircases that lead to nowhere, and doors that open to brick walls. The Winchester Mystery House was the lifelong project of Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester repeating arms fortune. Haunted by guilt and fear, after the deaths of her husband and infant daughter, Sarah became convinced that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. Acting on the advice of a medium, Sarah began an endless construction project, adding rooms, towers, and staircases to the house in a desperate attempt to appease the spirits and confuse them so they couldn't find her. The result is a 160-room mansion that defies all logic and reason, a physical manifestation of Sarah's paranoia and grief. The Winchester Mystery House is a place where the line between reality and illusion blurs, where the living and the dead seem to coexist, and where the energy of the past is palpable. We've explored some of the most haunted places on Earth, places where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, where the past bleeds into the present, and where the paranormal is an undeniable reality. Outro until next time, sleep tight, if you can. So there you have it, the top 10 most haunted places in the world, each one a chilling testament to the enduring power of the paranormal. From the blood-soaked stones of the Tower of London to the eerie silence of Aokigahara Forest, these locations offer a glimpse into the dark side of our world, a world where the veil between the living and the dead is thin, and where the spirits of the past still walk among us. If you enjoyed this spine-chilling journey, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more ghostly adventures. And don't forget to check out our other videos for more thrilling content. But be warned, once you start down this path, there's no turning back. The paranormal is out there, waiting to be discovered. Are you brave enough to face it?